Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about how we can add some linear expressions. So before we get into adding, what is a linear expression? Well, it's just an algebraic expression in which the exponent of each variable is 1. Now, what do we know about an exponent of a 1? Well, it doesn't change the value of the base. It is just one factor of the base. And remember, the base is the larger number, I guess you could say, whereas the exponent would be the small number at the top right. So if we have an exponent of a 1, typically we don't write it because it doesn't change the value, right? So when we see linear expressions, we're looking for essentially no exponents. But just know that really there is an exponent of a 1 there, and that's what makes a linear expression. So some examples would be negative 5x, or 4x plus 6y, or 8 minus 1/2 x. So notice there are no exponents there to be seen because really there's just an exponent of a 1, and once again that's what makes it linear. So in this video, let's talk about how we can add some of these. So there's two ways to do this. We could do this vertically. Think, early on elementary school, vertical addition, or we could do this horizontally. So we'll do a couple examples of each way, starting off with vertical with 1 and 2, and then we'll do 3 and 4 horizontally. And then it's kind of up to you to decide which way you like best. There isn't a right or a wrong way. So I'm going to show you both and you can decide which one you want to do. All right, so let's look at number 1. We have x plus 4 plus 3x minus 5. So when I want to add these, I'm going to go ahead and write my first expression, x plus 4. And when I add this vertically, I want to align my like terms. So my like terms here would be x and 3x, and then 4 and negative 5. So I do it just like this, and then I'm going to add vertically. So now I see, okay, x plus 3x, that would be 4x. And then I have 4 plus negative 5, which would be 4 minus 5. And that would be a negative 1. So now I have my final expression, which would be 4x minus 1. Number 2, we will also do it vertically. Negative 7h plus 6 plus 7h minus 8. So now notice we have a negative 7h and a positive 7h here. So those are actually going to cancel each other out. And then we have 6 plus negative 8, which once again would be like 6 minus 8. And that would just be negative 2. So our final answer here for number 2 would just be negative 2. So on those first two examples, we did that addition vertically. So you can see how we did that. Maybe you like that better. Let's do horizontal now, and then we can decide at the end. So for number 3, we have 5.4 minus k plus negative 12k plus 7.4. So what I like to do is go ahead and rewrite my expression or my addition here without the parentheses. And I'm also going to write my like terms next to each other. It's addition, it's commutative, the order doesn't matter. We can rearrange the terms as we see fit. So I'm going to start off and write negative k, and then I have plus negative 12k, and then we have plus 5.4 plus 7.4, okay? All right, so notice what I did here. I started off with a negative k in my original expression. It was minus k, so that means k is negative. And then I had plus, and then we have a negative 12k, so I wrote that in parentheses. So this is going to be negative 13k, right? Negative k plus 12k, or plus negative 12k. And then we have 5.4 plus 7.4. So 5 plus 7 would be 12, and then 0.4 plus 0.4 would be 0.8. So we can see our final answer is negative 13k plus 12.8. And our last example here, we have some fractions. So once again, let's rewrite our terms without the parentheses, and also put our terms, our like terms, next to each other. So 1/3 n plus 1/6 n minus 5 plus 7. So I know that I have a minus 5 and a plus 7 there. That's going to give me a positive 2. So we can write that right there. But notice I have 1/3 n and 1/6 n. We have fractions, so if I want to add them, I need to have a common denominator. So let's change 1/3 to 2/6. So we would have 2/6 n plus 1/6 n, and then we have our plus 2 there that we got from doing negative 5 plus 7. Now 2/6 n plus 1/6 n would be 3/6 n plus 2, and then we could rewrite, or we could simplify 3/6 to be 1/2. So 1/2 n plus 2 would be our answer for number 4, and that is how we can add some linear expressions.